What's going on? Thank you so much for watching today. In today's video, we are taking a very special look at the brand new Jurassic World Evolution 2 Biosyn expansion, specifically one of the brand new campaign missions that is coming with the new DLC. So what you're watching here is the intro to that, and then we actually do jump into some gameplay. Before we get too far, I do want to thank Frontier so much for giving me early access to this. It was a special 2-hour recording session where we got to play the first section of this campaign, and that's the footage that you're seeing now. So before we get too far into it, I will say I do feel very stressed in these events. I've done one more before when Jurassic World Evolution 2 first came out, and I always feel like I have to see everything and cover everything, and it's only 2 hours, and you know, it's a time crunch. So hopefully I was able to kind of look at everything and get a good feel for what the expansion pack is going to have. But let's go ahead and get in and talk about what this campaign even is. So in this campaign, you'll work alongside the characters from the Jurassic World franchise, of course, to build the new Biosyn genetics facility in a brand new valley environment, which is what we're about to see right now. You'll also unlock research possibilities at each stage of the facility's construction. There are also a ton of new buildings and decorations that are all inspired by the movie, of course, including research outposts, a science center, power stations, Biosyn genetics, ranger capture and MVU teams, an expedition center, a staff center, a hatchery, a control center, and an emergency center. Basically, all of the buildings are all just inspired by the new Jurassic World Dominion movie, which is very cool to get a whole nother style to play in and build with. So I was very excited about that. We take a very quick look at some of the scenery pieces that I was able to see, including like some water fountains and stuff like that, just some decorative stuff. I didn't really play along with that too much. I was more focused on being able to see the dinosaurs while I was playing, but I did take a very quick sneak peek of that. In this campaign, I also got to play with the new amber mining mechanic. So a way to find the dinosaur's DNA is to send your teams into the underground amber mines below the valley that you're building in, and they bring back the DNA that is what you make your dinosaurs out of. So that was pretty cool to see, not like a world map. You're not sending your scientists, you know, on planes to different parts of the world. They're going down into different levels of the amber mine, and you have to research to go from level 1 to 3, so on and so forth. So that was pretty cool to have a whole different little mechanic there. You can see right in the beginning, we're just doing our new stuff by placing the buildings that we need. And one really cool new feature of the game is this, I think it was called the hyperlink. I'm pretty sure it's called the hyperlink, but it's that red line that you saw when I placed down a building and then I connected that red line to each other. That is the way that some people travel through the park. So certain buildings have to be connected to the hyperlink in order to work. So that's pretty cool. Another little mechanic that is new. So that's what I was doing. You can see our little Biosyn genetic facility is under construction right now, so I was just kind of checking out what the animation looks like. Please pay no attention to how beautiful, or I guess for a better explanation, how not beautiful this park is. Again, I was just focused on getting through the research and getting the dinosaurs and getting to look at everything first and foremost, not really paying attention to leveling the terrain, to making things square and straight and all that kind of stuff. So I was just throwing down what we needed, but you can see here are some of the new Biosyn, very futuristic looking buildings, which is really cool, again, because it's a totally different style than what we have already in the game. And then just going through the research. Another thing that you guys will see coming up here in the footage is the brand new invisible fences. So they basically, and to be honest, I don't really know how theoretically in the game they're meant to like explain how they work, but they basically send up like a force field from the ground. And that's what keeps your dinosaurs in their enclosures. and that means that your vehicles can drive right over them. So before I knew that that's how they worked, I was putting down little gates and things like that to make sure that my vehicles could get in and out, and then I realized that that they could just drive right over. They just drive right over the fence, not blocked or anything. So that is it's pretty easy when you drive your vehicle around, because you can just drive all over the place. The map here is a pretty big map. I looked at it very briefly, but pretty big, pretty open, no major obstructions on this map, which is pretty cool. So you have the freedom to kind of build wherever. I really did not build the most efficiently. I kind of just placed things down here and there. You'll start off the campaign by receiving 3 different dinosaurs. You get some Stegosaurus, some Nasutoceratops, and some Pyroraptor. So I'm just kind of throwing those guys in there, getting them happy, because of course we want to see the brand new dinosaurs. And the first new one that we get to see is the Dimetrodon. Dimetrodon? Did I say that right? It's the oldest dinosaur, I think it is. Dimetrodon is the oldest prehistoric species we've added to Jurassic World Evolution 2. There you go. I remember reading that somewhere, and this is on the Steam website, the description for it. Becoming extinct several million years ago, before dinosaurs first appeared on Earth. This carnivore is characterized by the impressive neural spine sail on its back, likely used for heat regulation. So that's going to be the very first dinosaur that I actually get to incubate and make in this campaign. And they have the cutest animation. Wait till you guys see it. I captured it twice on this footage, and it's absolutely adorable. It's right up there with the Minmi, you know, the Minmi animation where the Minmi grabs the other one's tail and they kind of bicker about it for a minute. It is up there with that one. It's pretty stinking cute, and I love it so much. We're looking at the new outpost station, so that little thing that I just dropped in the middle of the habitat. It's connected to the hyperlink. You can see that red line underneath there. That's how people get to it. And then you can raise and lower it depending, I'm sure, if you have really, really tall dinosaurs in your habitats and you want it to be up really high so they get kind of like a up close, right personal in the dinosaur's face view. They can be kind of up high, and then if you have smaller dinosaurs, you can go kind of down low. So that's pretty cool. It's a new little building that is coming with the pack. Again, just placing more buildings and getting everything built here. It's going to slow down in just a second. Oh, that's right. Here are the little fountains and stuff. So these are the Biosyn genetics little fountains you kind of saw there. Pretty cool. I don't know necessarily if I will enjoy building with them too much. They're not really my style. And right now we have that kind of alpine themed, I almost said zoo, alpine themed dinosaur park going on with our Sandbox series. So I'm not sure if they will fit in really there or not. But yeah, so we'll have to see. But then talking about, again, the amber mining stuff, we are able to send the people, the scientists, down into the amber mines so that they can bring back new DNA. And so I am doing a hatchery here, and we are almost ready to get a Dimetrodon. Dimetrodon? Gosh, I really got to practice, you guys. My pronunciation is really, really atrocious, so I apologize. But yeah, we are almost there. And again, I am building so quickly. You can see here, it makes me cringe too. So if you're cringing as well for the paths and the not level and all that kind of stuff, you're not alone. I'm right there with you. But again, it was time crunch, and I just wanted to get these dinosaurs in so we could take a look at them. And we end up making a lot of Dimetrodon as well and getting them kind of running around. I do put them in with a couple of the other animals, but they don't really do too much in terms of animations, at least with the dinosaurs that I was able to kind of test them with. I do end up having them fight with the Pyroraptor, so that comes up later in the footage. But here we go. Here is our little Dimetrodon, guys. Dimetrodon. Dimetrodon, there we go. With these giant sails on their back. They're such a cool looking dinosaur. The one thing that I didn't really like about their animation is that they actually need a lot of water in their habitat, and when they go in the water, their fin, kind of their sail, sticks out of the water like a shark fin kind of, but they're still walking. If you actually look at them, they're not like swimming through the water, they're just like walking on the bottom of the water. And I thought it would be pretty cool if they had some sort of like swimming animation or something like that, you know, because they're kind of just walking. But here you go, here is the really cute animation. I don't get the entirety of it in this one, but we do coming up, because I get pulled aside by some pop-up in the game. But coming up shortly, I get a little better of an angle at it, but they kind of rest their heads on each other. How cute is that? I love it. For such a like what's supposed to be like a ferocious dinosaur, right? It was a pretty cute animation. So we're gonna see that here in just a minute. I really wish I could have just like sat there and watched the dinosaurs for an extended period of time, because it's one of my favorite things about the game, is just kind of watching them run around, interact with each other, watching all their ambient behaviors. So when I actually get my hands on the game, because I don't have the DLC yet, I haven't been able to play more than just this at the time that I'm recording. This is the only thing that I have been able to see of the new expansion pack. I will definitely dive in, take a closer look. Maybe we'll do a couple streams and play through this campaign level together. But here I am, I'm making more. I'm making more dinosaurs, because the exit animation that we saw previously was in the kind of nighttime. It was kind of dark, so I really wanted to see it in the daylight, in the sunlight. So that's what we're going to see right now. We're going to release a few more of them, and you can see they kind of come out just kind of casually walking out, that one on the right side, and then the two on the left kind of come out with a little more energy, and then they slow down, and you know, that fourth one is just gone. It just says bye, you know, see ya. I don't need to wait. And then these guys kind of come out a little slower, and then they just walk around. They're like giant alligators, but not with like pointy mouths and stuff like that. That's kind of what they remind me of. The way that they walk with their feet kind of out to the side reminds me of like how an alligator walks or a crocodile walks. But yeah, so that is the Dimetrodon. I don't actually know. Oh, the next goal right now is to make the Pyroraptor. So I'm working on getting the amber DNA for that while we're kind of just meandering about and doing a couple more things here. I think I'm going to make more Dimetrodon. I made a ton of them, I'm telling you. And here's just a little bit more of animation for the little guy walking around. We're going to take a look at how they eat. They have a pretty cool eating animation as well. So they kind of like take big bites of their food, and then they like back up to kind of eat it and shake their head a little bit, if I remember, or maybe not. Maybe they just take some steps back and eat it. But yeah, so here is the animation of them eating the meat off of the meat feeder, basically. But yeah, they take a few bites and then they back up and then they swallow their food. And yeah, pretty simple eating animation. No kind of ripping and tearing, just taking bites and being a polite little dinosaur eating their food. Pretty cool. I was also not able to change the coloration of any of the dinosaurs, so I'm very curious to get my hands on the actual DLC and see what the different skin variants are going to be. We are getting a few new dinosaurs with this DLC, and then also there's a new T-Rex skin variant, I believe, that is coming, as well as some Pyroraptor skins, I believe. We're getting the trio of kind of like snowy looking ones, I think, if I remember right. I don't have it up in front of me. But here's one last time the Dimetrodon release. This is 5 of them. So you can see that there's kind of always 3 left behind, and they kind of just casually walk out. I wish I could show you the noises, but unfortunately I didn't get any audio from this footage that Frontier sent me, so I only have the footage. I don't have the actual audio for it. But I ended up having to make their habitat really a lot bigger. They did not have enough water, and it was kind of an awkwardly shaped habitat anyway. If I was doing it with more time and actually putting thought into it, I probably would not have made it the shape that I made it. But, you know, like I said, I was just focused on seeing the dinosaurs and showing them off for you guys so that we could kind of take a close look together. So there is quite a bit more that I have to play through now until we get to the Pyroraptor, but I'm gonna go ahead and skip ahead because it's nothing new that you guys haven't seen before. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the footage here. We're gonna jump ahead and we're gonna look at the Pyroraptor. Oh, but I first totally forgot, this is the actual full animation of the Dimetrodon. Look, he just kind of comes up there, rests his little head for a minute, and then my favorite part, this one walks away, right? The one on the right, and he just kind of like steps on the other guy's head as he walks away, and the other guy lets out a little roar of, you know, discomfort, how rude kind of thing. So anyway, that was the full animation there of the Dimetrodon, their little behavior together, which is really cool. Okay, now we can stop talking about those guys. We're gonna take a look at the Pyroraptors. We're gonna release them for the first time and see how they look. I was so excited to be able to get a first in-game look at these guys, like a dinosaur with feathers. How exciting is that? And I have to say, they do look pretty fantastic. Again, I was not able to change any of the coloring, the skin variants or anything like that, so it's just the red ones with the kind of the white highlights on the edge of its wings, edge of its not really wings, I'm sorry, edge of its arm feathers, edge of its tail kind of thing. So that is really the only color I got to see, so I'm very excited to see if there are going to be more skin variants, but I released them in with the Dimetrodon on purpose. I wanted to see what would happen, so immediately two of them start fighting. A lot of the same animations as the Velociraptor, which is no shock there. I kind of guessed that was going to be the case, but then I actually put them in with the Pyroraptor as well, and they do pack hunt, so that was pretty cool to see. They're going to take down some Pyroraptor in just a minute. In the footage I do catch it, but in this fight, I don't remember what exactly happens. The one Dimetrodon kind of ran away, and then, yeah, the other Dimetrodon kind of ran away as well. So there you go. There's a little bit of the fighting animation. We'll take a closer look at this Pyroraptor and see him up close. Those feathers, the detail on his face, his mouth is really like jagged. Oh, he sits. He sits and hangs out. So there you go. There's a little sitting animation. I forgot that I got that. But just taking a little bit of time to look at the Pyroraptor itself, and then back to some gameplay. So we're going to move some things around. I'm going to put some dinosaurs where they're not supposed to be and check out what happens. Basically, this is the part of my playthrough that kind of just went chaos because I started moving animals everywhere and I didn't really care about the goals or advancing in it at all anymore, and just kind of looking at the dinosaurs because I only got to play this first level. So if I were to beat it successfully and complete all of the stuff, it was going to kick me out because I only got to play the first little campaign there. But we're making more Pyroraptors, and then we'll place them out into the habitats. Oh yes, here are two of them fighting for whatever reason, just kind of circling each other. You can see those little tail feathers bounce up and down. And then we're gonna go over here. I think he's trying to find one of the Pyroraptor, but I'm not sure. This is the last bit of footage that I have for you. And oh, that's right. I think he hunts something down, but it ends up being in the trees. And I was so bothered because, oh no, okay, this is the Pyroraptor. But at one point they hunted something down, and I was looking at them, and I couldn't see anything because it was right in the middle of the trees. But you can see I'm pack hunting here. There's actually two fights going on right here. So there are a couple on the one Pyroraptor and the other two are on the other one. But yeah, you can see them jumping up onto the backs, pulling the para down, and pack hunting, and they take them down no problem, and then run off to find something else. So these guys are just gonna run around and cause a ruckus in this habitat while we kind of finish up here with the footage. So yeah, that is pretty much my experience playing the first campaign of the new Biosyn expansion. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments below if you're excited. Will you pick it up? And have you seen the new movie yet? I have tickets to go see Jurassic World Dominion on the 14th. So I'm going to see it 4 days after it comes out. It's just the soonest with my work schedule that I was able to get tickets. and I'm so excited. I cannot wait. I saw another movie last night in theaters, and the trailer for Jurassic World Dominion obviously played, and it just gets more excited every time that I see it. So I absolutely cannot wait. But let me know, what are you guys most excited for? Do you like the look of the Pyroraptor? I am very excited, but I am also more excited to see the, what is that giant bird? The yeah, I'm not even going to say it. You guys know which one I'm talking about, and I will practice my pronunciation and have it down by the time we have another video. But that one is the one I am most excited for, the giant flying reptile. It's what's caught my eye most out of all the animals, because we're getting 4 entirely new species. So Dimetrodon and the Pyroraptor are just 2 of them. But yeah, so we're going to release some last Pyroraptors, and that'll be it for this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really do hope that you enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and leave a like and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future content. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye!